Okay, I think I am live. Maybe. We'll see. So, hello everybody. Um it has been a little bit of some time since I last did a live stream. So, I guess this is I'll adjust my camera here. It's a little tilted, but yeah, it's been a little bit since I've done a live stream, and I missed it. I really missed doing these, and I apologize for the all the different delays. I think I missed like 3 or 4 live streams now, which is kind of unfortunate because I, as I said already, I really did miss doing these, and so I just wanted to jump on this tonight. I know it's a little later than normal time. I usually do live streams at 7 o'clock. Obviously, right now it is 8:30, but I just had a family thing that I had to do. So, yeah, I guess I will. Thank you for welcoming me back. Um, yeah, I guess I will just talk about what's been going on, and just kind of talking about some of the films that I watched. If you're not familiar, if you didn't watch my last video, 2 videos, I think, I briefly mentioned the reason why I was not present for any of these live streams is I got a kidney stone, and so I was not doing very well there for a little bit. I was pretty much just completely out of commission, laying on the couch all day long in pain, and I pretty much just watched movies, which was nice besides having pain. It was nice being able to just kind of take a break from everything and just kind of watch some movies, but the pain was not fun at all. So I ended up in the ER for one day, and it was just not a fun time at all. So, but I am back. I think I'm doing okay. I've gone now almost a week with no pain at all, so I think everything is back to normal. Knock on wood. But so thank you for everybody for having patience and understanding through all of this. But I'll be back to doing regular videos, posting on Tuesdays and live streams on Sundays. So yeah, I guess I'll start off tonight by kind of just talking a little bit about the movies that I watched recently. And I have a decent stack of films that I watched over the last, I would say, like 2, 3-ish weeks. Um, yeah, and I don't really remember what order I watched any of these in, so I'm just going to do kind of like a random order of everything. But yeah, feel free to just to jump in the chat and ask questions or comments, concerns, whatever. I'm always open to just random discussions of movies because that's my favorite part about this whole channel, is doing these live streams and like interacting with all of you guys. So whether you are watching live right now or you are watching the playback version of it on, I guess that'll be posted later. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. I do appreciate it. And yeah, I guess also, well, I should mention this. Something else that happened was my channel hit 2,000 subscribers, which was a huge milestone for me. It's still like not, it doesn't, I know it's not like, 200,000 or 2 million subscribers or whatever, but still 2,000 subscribers within 1 year of having this channel is, I really didn't think that this channel would grow even that big. I honestly didn't even think it would grow to like the 1,000 subscribers that that first goal that I hit. So I'm very grateful for everybody who has subscribed and just continued to support this whole channel. It means the world to me. So thank you guys, everybody who watches my videos, enjoys them. I'm having fun making them. I hope you guys are having fun watching them. So yeah. But I'm going to dive right into some of the films that I watched. So, again, these are not in any particular order, but I have here, this is the Christopher Nolan version of Insomnia. I've never seen this. A lot of these, I think there's only 2 in here that I've seen before. All of them all the other ones were things that I've never seen before. But I watched Insomnia, which this is a remake of this film, which this is a Swedish film, or in Norwegian and Swedish. So, this is the remake of this. This is within the Criterion Collection. but I really liked it. I still think I prefer the original, but as a Christopher Nolan version of Insomnia, I think this was his third feature that he made, and I really enjoyed it. But the next one I watched, I'm not going to go into too many details because I have a really big stack here that I really need to get through. But the next one, I guess, in the stack here is Steven Spielberg's The Adventure of Tintin, or Adventures of Tintin. This is another one that I've never seen before, and for whatever reason, I just kept putting it off. I think it's because it was animated, and I wasn't like completely sold on the idea of an animated Steven Spielberg film. And I don't know. I really enjoyed this though. It was a lot of fun, and it felt like a Spielberg movie, if that makes sense. It had like that magic to it that he's able to make in his films, and so I really enjoyed it. I would definitely highly recommend checking out The Adventures of Tintin. The next one here, this is another one that I've been wanting to watch for a while now, but I, finally had an excuse to sit down and actually watch it, and that is Martin Scorsese's Cape Fear. So this is one that I knew is I know that is a classic, and it's just one that you just need to see. And I eventually I'm kind of mad that I waited so long to watch this, but it is a fantastic film. Obviously because it is Martin Scorsese, and everyone is just, I mean, Robert De Niro in it is fantastic. He's terrifying and just really just annoying of a character, but it's a really great film. Highly recommend checking that out. The next one here, this is another Martin Scorsese film, and that is the film Gangs of New York. Now, this is one that, from what I understand, there was a lot of studio interference. I know Harvey Weinstein played a role in the making of this film. I'm not sure how in that. This is back with Miramax, back in the day. But so I know Martin Scorsese wasn't able to basically make the film that he wanted to make. That's just my understanding. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, it seems like there somewhere lost in this movie there is a solid story to be told. I just feel like it felt very I don't know. It felt very, this thing happened and then this thing happened, and it felt kind of like lazy in my opinion. But I mean, overall, I mean, the acting was fine. I mean, Daniel Day Lewis and Leonardo was kind of like fun to see them play off each other, but I don't know. I thought it was okay. It's definitely not, in my opinion, not top Scorsese by any means, but um, and then the next one, this is a film that me and my wife watched. This is probably my fourth or fifth time watching the film, but we watched the film Airplane, and it still holds up to this day. It's been a few years since I've seen it, but it is truly just one of those comedies that is just perfect in every way. It's just one of those very funny comedies that you can just watch over and over and just have a blast with. So yeah, great film if you have not seen Airplane. The next one here, I hit a point too during all this that I was just like, I just kind of want to watch just big dumb action movie, just like the trash, just whatever. And so I ended up watching here. This is the film The Fate of the Furious. Now, I'm not a huge like I'm not a huge Fast and the Furious fan. I enjoy the first couple ones, but pretty much after maybe the fourth one, I kind of started to lose interest. I mean, because there was 5, 6, 7, and then this is technically the eighth film. In my opinion, the series should have ended with the seventh because the characters literally drove off into the sunset, and this movie just kind of undoes kind of that. But I will give it to that this movie was kind of cool to it was fun. It was if you don't take, I feel like at this point, if you don't take the Fast and Furious movies seriously at all, you'll have fun with them. It was kind of fun because there were scenes of this film shot in Cleveland, Ohio, and I was up in Cleveland a few years ago for a concert, and I turned the street corner and I saw them filming this movie, and so there was a few scenes that I remember seeing set up. I wish I was able to snag some photos, but they were yelling at anyone that even remotely brought up their phone to take photos. They were there was like a security guy there that was screaming at people to not take photos of anything. So I wish I was able to sneak a photo, but I didn't. Um, but it was still kind of cool to see like, oh, I saw that scene being filmed, in person. So big dumb action movie. Exactly what you would think for a Fast and the Furious movie, but I've not seen the ninth or the 10th film. But now I want to because I'm like on a weird Fast and the Furious kick, I guess. And then, of course, I also had to watch the Hobbs and Shaw film, which is another one I just kept putting off watching. And this movie is just, it's basically a superhero movie with occasional fast cars. It's like a superhero spy movie is the best way I can describe it. But yeah, it was fun. I feel like the like what's his name? Jason Statham's sister. I forget her name in the like what this actress's name. But it was kind of like fun seeing her in something else because she's been in the Mission Impossible films, a couple of them, I think, maybe just one, maybe two. I don't know. It was either one or two of the films, but at least one of the films. But she's like a villain in the movie, and so it was kind of fun to see her in a different role. But I don't feel like I don't see her in that much that often. But Hobbs and Shaw was a big dumb action movie. It was fun. Um, the next one here I watched, this was Alfred Hitchcock's Topaz, which was a kind of like like spy type of movie, I guess. It's kind of like a I don't know how to describe it. It was like a um, like governmental spy, like double crossing stuff like that. Very like I don't know really know how to describe this. I didn't necessarily let's see. Hey Kyle, happy holidays to you. Um, and yeah, I feel like that is one thing that I don't feel like it's Christmas time. I feel like it is I mean what is today, even the 10th, I believe. It like doesn't feel like that. I feel like it is, you know, I'm still going into November, but yeah, I still need to buy like Christmas gifts and the whole thing. But yeah, Topaz, I felt like it wasn't, definitely not like Hitchcock's like strongest film. It felt kind of like bland in my opinion, but I mean, overall probably not the worst Alfred Hitchcock film I've seen. Just not really my favorite. I'm not like a huge fan of the ones that he's done where like they're like political thrillers almost. Where they have to do, there's like I mean, this had like a lot to do with like the Cuban Missile Crisis and stuff like that. And I like the ones where he doesn't necessarily like tie it into like actual history. I kind of like the films that he did like that are just like their own story, or like the smaller focused ones. It's not like this large scale like thread. It's more of like just the small threads. But let's see, Hitchcock seemed to lose his mojo after Marina in 1964. I would agree. I have not seen the last two films he made. So Frenzy and Family Plot, I believe those are his last two. I've not seen those ones. And I definitely think he is like the strongest, like he was at his like top of the game right around obviously like Psycho, The Birds, Vertigo, I mean, I liked North by Northwest, Rear Window, the like Rope. All of those films I feel like are his like the top of his game, but I really am trying to do like a deep dive into his like filmography and kind of like work my way back and kind of like watch a lot of his older stuff that's not, it's not nearly as popular. But um yeah, the next one here, this is one that I've been wanting to watch this series and I just kept putting it off, and so I watched at least the first film. I believe there's 5 of these movies already because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 5 of these, and that is the film Underworld. So this is a series that I just like never really got around to checking out. I just felt like it was just I don't know, it wasn't quite my like up my alley. I just feel like I'm not a huge like werewolf vampire type of horror film. It's not really my like go to. But I had a lot of fun with this. This particular edition is the 2 disc unrated extended cut version. I really like because it has like this cool like slipcover on it, and it has like the moon and stuff, and um, inside, I mean, it has like this booklet and comic book and all this stuff. But it's like a very heavy DVD set, which is fun. But I enjoyed it. I want to keep watching the series. I feel like they're fun films because I have all the other ones on disc. I just need to actually get around to watching it. The next few here, so these are all Criterion that I also was mixing in when I was watching everything. But I rewatched the film The Graduate. And I forgot how much I like this movie. It is definitely like I feel like if you had to make this movie today, I don't think it would have worked. But 1967 was like a different time, and I feel like this is just one of those movies that if you are into film, I feel like you just have to check this movie out. I feel like it was. There's some shots within this movie that are some of my absolute favorites, like cinematography, like just the way that they are able to tell is exactly how a character is feeling just with like doing like a rack focus or just pulling your attention to a specific like person or stuff like that, and like just like the staging of a scene and stuff. I feel like it's very very well done. But I really really enjoy The Graduate. I really want to, I mean, I need to get the Blu-ray of this. It'd be really nice if Criterion released this on 4K. But I mean, that's one that I feel like every time I watch it, it just equally is enjoyable. But the next one here that I watched, this is the film Jubilee, which was one that was interesting. It's like about I think it's Queen Elizabeth the First, basically like somehow gets to see into the future, and she kind of sees England as this like post-apocalyptic like wasteland in a way. And it's very interesting. It feels very like the world feels lived in. And yeah, I feel like it's an interesting film. I don't know if like this would be like put into the Criterion Collection today. I feel like, I mean, because this is spy number 191, and so it's like earlier Criterion, and so I kind of understand why, but I didn't get a chance to watch any of the supplements on it. But yeah, it was an interesting film. The next one here, I don't know how to say Coupe de Grace. I think I don't know how to say other languages titles. So this is in German and French. But this was also an interesting film. It's about it's like during, let's see, 1919. So it's at the end of the Russian Civil War. And it's just kind of like follows this one soldier and kind of just like his journey along, just in that world, and kind of trying to like this girl like falls in love with him, and there's just a lot of I don't know how to fully describe these movies. I'm doing a horrible job. But I mean, it was interesting. It definitely not my favorite Criterion. The opening, I really really enjoyed the opening to this film though, because there was a like how it was shot. It was like soldiers running, and then a title card would pop up, and then it continues with them running, and then a title card would pop up, and it kind of does that a couple times, and for whatever reason I really enjoyed how that was done. But the next one here, again, I think this is French. Yeah, in French. Not sure how you pronounce that, but yeah. This is a film about a kind of like a jealousy and murder, and I don't want to, if people are actually into let's see, have you seen Talk to Me Yet? I have not. I really want to though. I need to get a copy on 4K, because I know it's A24, and I really need to check it out, but I just haven't had a chance to get a copy. But I've heard really good things about it though. But yeah, this was an interesting film. Had to do a lot with like jealousy and murder, and kind of like almost I don't know. There was a lot, like there's some like, not courtroom drama. I don't know what the right word is. this had to do a lot with like, you know, trying to prove your innocence and stuff like that. Very interesting for the Criterion Collection. The next one here, I only have a couple more, so this one is the film Throne of Blood. This is by Akira Kurosawa. It's from 1957. Essentially, this is Macbeth. That's the easiest way to describe it. Like so, the tragedy of Macbeth, but in a like Japanese setting. So very good, of course, because Akira Kurosawa is a master at filmmaking, and so I would highly recommend checking that out. The next one here, this is actually a documentary. It's 1974. Let's see. You get a well-rounded view of world cinema with Criterion titles. Yes, I agree. I think that's why I absolutely love Criterion, is because like it opens you up to so many different types of films. I mean, just within this little stack here, I went from, you know, I think American, England. This was either in German and French. So this is either, I think this is German, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not fully sure on that. French, Japanese. This one that I'm going to be talking about, I think this is American, and yeah. So it is just like a you get so many different types of films when you like go to the Criterion Collection. I mean, just if you like looked up here, I mean, she was what was she? I mean, next to her, I have the Fellini box set, which is Italian. I have the Bergman box sets, and I don't know. It just like it's really cool just to see all the different types of films that they put out from all over the world. But yeah, so the next one here, this is from 1974, and that is the film Hearts and Minds. It's a documentary about like the U.S. and the what's it called, and Vietnam. There we go, the Vietnam War. And it was just a very interesting documentary. It was almost like, in a way, it was a very heartbreaking documentary too, because I just feel like there was just a lot of like, I mean, I think like just war brings out a lot of negative things, negative like emotions and negative just energy to like everybody. And I just feel like it is a I don't know. It's such a sad thing. And so especially when people are dying, it's a very sad thing to happen in history. No matter what side of anybody's on, I just feel like it is a very tragic thing to like kind of like look back on. And so it was a very like it's a very powerful film. And I would like recommend checking it out. It's not easy to watch at times, but it was very well done. And then the other one here, again, not sure how you pronounce this, but this is from 1961. It's in Italian. And this is a fantastic film. This is just about a boy who is, you know, it seems like he was at that age of going into the workplace. And so he kind of just, is trying to figure that all out, figure out where he belongs in that. And, he's hoping to basically get a good job to, basically move his way up. And on top of all this, there's kind of like a love story kind of like happening in a way. And I just feel like it was like kind of very relatable, of like, especially when you're right out of high school and you're like, you either go to college or you go into the working world, and you kind of just, I don't know, it's like you're thrown into something completely different than anything you've ever experienced. And so it was just a very, very well done film that you could relate to the character feeling kind of awkward and anxious. And yeah, I really just enjoyed checking that out. And then there were two films that I don't have on a physical disc, one of which is in the theaters right now, so that's why. But so the first one I watched on Disney Plus because it got put onto streaming, and that was Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And I don't want to say really anything to any, like, because I don't know if who has seen what, and I don't want to give away anything or anything, but all I'm going to say is I personally did not like it at all, really. Um, and I will probably just leave it at that because I don't want to say anything because I don't ever want to persuade someone else's opinion about a film. I'd rather people go and check out movies for themselves and form their own opinions. But the other one that I saw, this was the other night. I saw this with my wife and her family, and we went to go see the new Hunger Games movie. So that was Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And I really enjoyed it. I'm not like a die-hard Hunger Games fan. One second. I um I mean I like the movies. They're not like my I don't know. It's not like my favorite all-time series. I never read the books or anything, but I feel like I saw maybe one or two of them in the theater um, when they were first coming out. But the fifth movie was, which is technically a prequel, I really enjoyed. So I would say if you liked the other movies, I would recommend checking this one out too. It felt like it connected nicely. So again, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give anything away to those people who have not seen it yet. So, um, but yeah, that is everything that I saw in the last couple of weeks. Sorry that was so much to go over. Um, but let's see. Love, love, love Throne of Blood. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed Throne of Blood. It was I would say if you're a fan of, first off, if you're a fan of Kira Kurosawa, recommend it highly. And if you're a fan of just like Shakespeare's Macbeth, like, or the tragedy of Macbeth, I would recommend checking that one out too, because you just kind of see different variations of the same story kind of being told, and I feel like it's fun. But what did you guys see over the last couple of weeks? I'm curious. Um, are you guys seeing anything in the theaters? Like, I know a few things came out that I still need to go see, but um, I can't think of them off the top of my head. But wow, my throat's so dry. Um, but trying to think what else has been going on. Um, yeah, I got my Black Friday, or two of three Black Friday items in, or packages, I guess. Um, one of which is from Vinegar, or the one that I'm still waiting on is from Vinegar Syndrome. They're still, they're backed up with their orders, and so I saw on the website it talked about how they will be shipping out orders by the end of the month, and so yeah, I have to just, I guess, wait till that. But I did get my other package, which a video on that will be released on Tuesday. So keep an eye out for that if you're curious on what I got in that package. But um, yeah, did anybody else get anything fun for Black Friday? Because I know there was some really solid deals, um, and yeah, I mean, I really wish I could have went out and went to like Best Buy or something, because some of the deals I saw were just okay pricing. I feel like they usually aren't like to die for pricing. It's not like they're giving away 4Ks for $2. Like, um, I just feel like, I don't know. Over the years, Black Friday has kind of become less and less interesting to like be a part of. But watching different versions of A Christmas Carol. Nice. I have only seen. I'm trying to think. I've seen maybe one. I don't know if I've ever seen A Christmas Carol, which I know is like, to some people it's like, you know bad. I mean, obviously I need to check it out. I have I think it was Disney that put it out, or Robert Zemeckis put it out, with Jim Carrey. I have that version on Blu-ray, and then I have the original Christmas Carol. I know the story of it, but Yeah. Got, get out of here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, when it comes to Christmas films, I'm like not a like huge Christmas film person. Um I'm slowly becoming though. I wasn't like, I think my wife's been introducing me to more and more Christmas movies cuz she really likes Christmas films. And um I don't know. I would say my favorite ones though would probably be like It's a Wonderful Life. And trying to look at my little Christmas section. I do like The Grinch. Ron Howard's The Grinch is fantastic. I think it's just such a creative film. And of course, I mean, a lot of people, you know, Die Hard is just one of my personal favorites, which I used to watch every single year. Haven't really watched that one in a couple of years though. But um, let's see. I enjoy. So I also have like an iPad over here with the comments, but I enjoy watching your content. Thank you. Let's see, the world according to Steve. Thank you. I appreciate that. I enjoy making it. So I'm hoping I always hope that people actually enjoy watching my videos, but um, it's fun making content. I guess yeah. I really enjoyed doing my like latest video, which was um a like the whole like room tour video. I feel like it was a fun one to make. But I mean, there's like small changes that I've been just like doing over the years or over the months, I guess. But um, let's see. And I enjoyed Insomnia. I didn't realize it was a Nolan film. Yeah, it was his third feature, so it was kind of fun to see his. Which I feel like I think it came out after, let's see, because he did Following, um, oh, what is that called? Memento, and then I think it was Insomnia. So I don't know how much like control he had over the project, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was fun, but definitely not the same Christopher Nolan we have today, who is able to make whatever he wants. But um, yeah. Been intrigued by the fact that England mixes ghost stories with their Christmas season. It's a thing for them over there. Interesting. Um, yeah, it's like it is interesting because like the song. I don't even know the title of it, but like it says, we'll share scary ghost stories of Christmases long, long ago. Oh, what song is that? Why can't I know the title? I should know the title of that. Um, yeah, I am a loss for a title, but there's that line where they talk about sharing scary ghost stories, and it's just like to me that always felt out of place for like a Christmas song, because I'm like, you wouldn't think ghost stories with Christmas, but I mean, I mean, it might have originated from England, I don't know, which would make a whole lot more sense, but wonderful time of the year, yeah, thank you. Yep, that's it. So yeah, I mean, definitely Halloween is my all-time favorite like holiday, but I mean, Christmas has some perks, I guess. Um, yeah, so um, yeah, I'm curious, what is everybody hoping for Christmas? I know we're not like, I'm assuming most of my viewers aren't 12, but maybe if you are, that's fine. But if you're an adult too, I guess, what are you hoping for Christmas? Because we all, I don't know, get gifts and stuff, and it's just I don't know. There's like a few things that which I think this year I'm like is kind of counting my Black Friday as Christmas for me. But in the past, I would just usually just like buy myself a Christmas gift, and so like the one year I bought like the complete Star Wars Clone Wars series, or I don't know. I um yeah. Let's see. I will be doing probably a video in the near future, sometime this month, hopefully, going over like my whole Christmas movie collection, because I have a decent amount. I mean, not like a ton, but I do have few movies, and unfortunately, I have not seen some of like the classic films. So I've never seen like Miracle on 34th Street, or I guess Christmas Carol, or like I watched all of the classic cartoons, I guess this last Christmas, or Holiday Inn, but I have a handful of films I'd like, but high on that list is the. I don't know. I don't know if I've heard that one. Is- I'd have to look that up. I actually, Velocipaster, Velo. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. I have not heard of that one, but um, I've heard it was rather bad, so I figured I'd give it a watch. Haha. Oh, wait, is that the one, the Velocipaster, right? That's, um, see, I love the original Miracle on 34th Street. Um, that's awesome. Velocipaster. I feel like I've seen a trailer for that, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken on that, but um, yeah. And I still need to watch Miracle on 34th. Um, or I need to see like Scrooged, I think. I don't know if that's the name of it now. Which I'm trying to like see if I can like see them. Oh, I also like Love Actually. I guess that is technically a Christmas movie. I feel like it's just like a fun movie that has like, I don't know, the multiple different storylines going on is always fun. Um, but one that people really like that I'm not a huge fan of is Polar Express. It still has like the same animation style as the Robert Zemeckis Christmas Carol. In my opinion, it might be slightly different, but I just feel like it feels strange. But some people love Polar Express, but I just never really enjoyed it. Scrooge with Bill Murray is a fun watch. Yes, that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, I've not seen that one either. So I really need to get on some of these Christmas movies. So maybe this month I will shift my focus and start watching more Christmas films that um, I don't know. I just keep putting off. But let's see. I am very excited because of the items that I got from Severin Films, which I will not say what they are, but the items that I got, which you will see in my next video, I've just been excited to check them out for a while now. Since I heard about them, I've just been really excited to get around to watching them, but which is going to be hard to watch Christmas films over watching those, or really watching Criterion and stuff, which I do like. I don't know. I really enjoy watching Criterion, so I will also probably keep this live stream semi-short. Let's see. If you like Bill Murray's humor, you'll enjoy Scrooge. Um, cool. Maybe I'll watch that one first because I do like Bill Murray. I think he's a funny guy. Um, but yeah, I was saying I was probably going to keep this live stream a little short because I know it is already later than my normal time that I do these. I feel like I usually do live streams at 7, not 8:30. But I had to push it back because of family stuff. So yeah, let's see. How was Florida? I think you mentioned going there. I did go to Florida. Yes, I went to Orlando. I guess yeah. I did I do a live stream between um I might have done. I don't remember now. Like literally between Thanksgiving and Florida and getting sick, it was just like all a blur. But I did go to Orlando, Florida, and it was a good time. I went to Universal, and I did one day, or me and my wife did one day at Disney, and then we did I think 3 days at Universal. Um, at least, yeah, I think it was 3 days at Universal. So yeah, I had a good time. It was my first time really down there, so it was just I don't know, it was fun doing all the rides, and also the weather was much nicer than what Ohio weather has been. So just started using Letterboxd last month. Do you use it at all? I do not. However, I really need to. Um, a lot of people have asked if I have a letterbox, and unfortunately, I do not. But sometime in the future, I will probably get a letterbox or letterboxed account, and I don't know, maybe start rating some movies and talking a little bit on there. But um, yeah, I need to. And I would like to also I don't know. There's a few little other things that I want to do with this channel um, that I'm still kind of working on in my head to see if that's going to be a feasible option or not. But um, yeah, like kind of getting a like a PO box maybe, doing kind of like a if people want to send me stuff or I don't know, stuff like that. I don't know if people are fully interested in all of that, so I will have to maybe do some polls or something. Or but the year of 2024, I'm excited to do a few things extra on this channel because of how fast it's grown within a year. Um, so I don't know if anyone has any suggestions for how I can improve this channel. I am very open to hearing those, and I would love to actually hear people's opinions. Things I'm doing well, things I could do better, so on and so on. Um, but it's been fun having another place to talk movies for me, and made me realize how hard it is to give a five. Yes, yeah. There's a few like that's like there are a few films out there that I would consider to be like a perfect five star rating. I think they use stars, I'm assuming, but five score rating. But um, yeah, and then it's I don't know. There's some that I would definitely not give five, but I'll give. I mean, less than that. But I know I watched a lot of movies thanks to Letterbox. I found out I watched over 300 movies this year. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, I should start keeping track of how many movies I watch in a year. I do. I mean, I kind of like talking about what I watched. I mean, it used to be with this live stream, I would talk about the films that I watched that previous week. Um, Obviously, since I was out for 2-3 weeks, I wasn't able to do that. So that's why the stack was so tall. But um, it was kind of fun to like look back and kind of see the films like that I watched. But yeah, I also just need to watch more movies. I feel like I don't watch enough like in comparison to how large this collection is, I don't watch enough like movies within that. So, um yeah, I guess um does anybody I'm probably going to wrap this up. I've been doing for about 45 minutes now. Um Yeah, I feel like it's very easy. I mean, you say same here. I feel like it's very easy as a collector just to focus more on the collecting aspect and not like taking the time to watch the movies. I feel like it's hard because, buying movies is very easy to just, you know, get the next thing or get the newest release or um I don't know, especially with something like the Criterion Collection, if you're interested in getting all of them, it's very easy just to keep buying and focus on, getting as many as you can. But then it takes, some movies 2-3 hours to sit down and actually watch. And, especially everybody who is working or, has a family or kids or whatever, like it is, it's hard to find that time. In a lot of ways in life, I feel like time is way more precious than money. And so, it's easy to quickly just give away money to buy, or use money to buy films, but you can't buy more time in a day. And so it's like, to find the time to actually sit down and watch a film, it can be difficult. um and so I'm trying to balance, between buying and watching. Trying not to just keep, because I used to just keep buying everything, and just, I would have a stack of things to watch that was way, like, very, very unbearable. And I still have an insane amount of things that I have, like, that I've owned for years, that I've just not gotten around to watching. um but I don't know, it's very hard to find that balance. But do you find it easy to find others with a similar interest with you, with your love for movies? um yeah, I feel like it is. It's like, it's a weird thing as an adult. I feel like, um it is weird to find friends, in general, as adults. And I'll probably make a video in the future, maybe talking about this. I feel like I should start writing some of these things down. But um just to find a community to talk movies with, and just find people who are also very, very passionate about film. um I mean, because I would say the average Joe on the street, they're not going to know what the Criterion Collection is, or Arrow Video, or Kino, or Severin, or Vinegar Syndrome, or any of those things. They're not going to know what those things are, which is fine. I mean, it's not, this type of stuff's not for everyone. um and I feel like that's why I absolutely love this channel and like doing live streams, is because I'm able to, have a conversation with people who also enjoy the same thing that I do, that understands, like, the importance of what the Criterion Collection is, or they understand, like, the unique films that come out of Vinegar Syndrome, or Arrow Video, for that matter. And, like, I don't know, just enjoy the world of film. And um, so I would say it's not easy to find those people, in person, at least. I feel like, especially just in general with friendships, and just people who, finding your people in general, um, as adults, is just hard to do in person. I feel like that's why, between dating apps, or apps to find friends, um, and I wish that I want to try, like, join some, like, groups, or like some kind of community thing, to, like, actually, like, meet other people that are interested in this type of stuff. And I'm not saying that I'm not grateful for the, like, the internet and stuff, but just meeting them in person, I feel like it would be, a lot of fun too, and actually being able to talk to people. I've met a decent amount of people, like, that really enjoy movies through the Retro Attic, which is a local store for me. Um, that I interviewed the, like, owner of it. And I'm trying to think. I've met a couple people through there, that had just shopped there, or um and I don't know. I feel like it's an interesting, um I don't know. It's an interesting world, I guess, to navigate. But um let's see. Same, I've been trying to watch a film at least every other day. Okay, so you talk about the watching more movies. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge to, I mean, I was at a point, I was trying to watch a movie a day, and it's still a very hard thing to do, is just finding that time. Um Let's see. The world, according to Steve, says, before you go, I just wanted to say that I hope your channel continues to grow. You're doing great. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Um, and yeah, I mean, I personally, if I had, 2 million subscribers, or 2 subscribers, I would still be making content. Um, it's not really like a numbers game for me. It can very easily become that for people, and I'm really trying to not just make it a numbers game. I just want to continue to be making videos, because I love talking about this stuff, and I love, you know, showing people the things that I love, and just kind of explaining to people, like, what Criterion is, and why I love it, or why I think it's like an important piece of, like, art, to, like, the world. um but yeah, it's a, I don't know, I'm having a blast with this channel, so I really do appreciate the people who are taking the time to watch these videos, and just the continued support, interaction, like, all of that stuff helps the algorithms, and all, so it's, I mean, it's fun. I'm having a blast doing all of this. But Um, let's see. I meet more people. This is Aaron Klein. I meet more people that like TV series over movies for some reason. When I do find a movie person, they don't enjoy talking about them in depth. Yeah, I feel like I'm in the same or similar situation too, where it's, people will talk about, this Netflix show or, this series that they just watched or, which there are some fantastic TV shows out there. Um, and it's a very strange concept to me where somebody can sit through 12 episodes of a show which takes up an hour an episode or whatever, like 12 hours of their life to watch the show, but they won't sit down and watch a 2.5 hour long movie. And I think it has something to do with attention span. And I think in this world, like, people's attention spans are like so short that, I mean, I am guilty of this too, where, if I'm watching a movie down here and it's just like, sometimes I like, if I get a text or something, I'll pause the movie and check my phone, or and then after I check my phone, then I'm scrolling on Instagram, or I'm like, I have to stop myself and I'm like, what am I doing? I just need to watch this film that I'm in the middle of. Um, or even like in a theater, I'm like, I feel my phone vibrate and it's so tempting just to like look at it, and it's just, I don't know why, but it is my like, the attention span is very hard to keep focused. So yeah, I definitely run into that same issue with people like who will love TV shows, or I mean, the people that do enjoy movies, I feel like I'll come across people like, yeah, I like the Marvel movies, or I like the Fast and the Furious series, which nothing wrong with those series, but they don't go like how I think of it. They don't want to go below the surface. Like, they kind of, they're at the tip of the iceberg, but they don't want to go like below the water to the rest of the iceberg, where, in my opinion, that is all of Criterion, Vinegar Syndrome, Severin, Arrow, Kino, all of that stuff that is just like weird out there stuff you've never heard of, or world cinema, or I don't know, just like really like cool stuff that I feel like is kind of the backbone of what film is. Because in my opinion, like, you wouldn't have the Avengers like with I mean, chain reaction. You wouldn't have the Avengers without Seven Samurai, and stuff like that, or for like Hidden Fortress, where it's like, that particular movie like influenced George Lucas to make Star Wars, which, in my, like, it would influence this person, like, just like the chain reaction of what a movie can do. We wouldn't have the movies we have today without like the backbone of cinema, which in my opinion is like really what the Criterion collection stands for. So that was like a whole rant. But please keep up your reviews. I learn a lot. Um, I learn about new titles from you all the time. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, I would like to be doing more actual like movie reviews. So sometime in the future, maybe next year, that might start up where I'm actually doing like proper movie reviews, and um, I'll still probably do these like weekly recap things, but when I actually sit down and like write out almost like a script to talk about a film, because me just saying, oh, this movie was really good, and here's a very basic structure, I feel like I would like to still do a little bit more in depth of a review than that. But um, let's see. Movies are my favorite art form. Me too. Um I think um film, like, it's like, I think I find like the most interesting directors to me are the ones that, they started off in a different art form and have like moved over to film, where they can combine like, painting, or they combine painting and like music, and they can make like a visual story, and like, I don't know, I think movies, like, in my opinion, like what I mentioned about below the iceberg, like, or below the surface movies, like, that is what like the real art is everything that is like not mainstream. And that sounds very like hipstery of me to say, but it is true. I think there's a lot of, I mean, there is art in mainstream movies, but I just think it's like, I don't know. It is such a it's so a film and cinema is such a vast like art form that there's just so much to learn from. Um, let's see. You can tell when creators are just looking for numbers, you do seem like you're enjoying the moment. Yeah, I like genuinely like love this channel. I love making content for it. Um, like I get excited when I have an idea to make a video. Um, and I don't know, I love like especially these live streams when I have people interacting and like asking questions or comments. Like it is like, I mean, right now it is a like I'm thriving. I absolutely just love having a community to talk to. And um I don't know. And I just I would probably, I mean, I don't know. If I was only able to make one video a month, I would still be doing it. If I was able to make, 30 videos a month, I would be doing that. It's all about time, really. But I absolutely love interacting with all of you guys. And I've been guilty, or I've been guilty. LOL. I'll think it's too late to watch a movie, and stream a show long enough that I think to myself, I guess I could have watched a movie. Yeah, I do that exact same thing. Where I'm like, oh, it's a little too late, and then I'll go and sit in bed and like scroll on my phone, or um, or I'll just like go onto the computer and like I'll be like looking through different movies that I want to buy or whatever. And I'm like, it's been an hour and a half of me doing this, and I could have just watched a movie in that time frame. So it's so annoying. There's times where I'm like, I feel like I wasted a day, not because I watched films, but because I could have been watching films, and instead I've just been on my phone, or instead I've just been like, you know, not doing things that I wanted to be doing throughout the day. So it's definitely a hard like thing to do. But let's see. Aaron Klein says totally agree. I'm assuming you were talking about um the let's see. I know I saw that comment pop up when I was talking about something, but I'm assuming it was about the um talking about movies in depth, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry if I was mistaken, but I really like listening to two people discuss a movie, similar to Red Letter Media or a podcast. I absolutely love Red Letter Media. Um, I feel like their videos are just very in depth, and I don't know. Um, yeah, I absolutely love watching their channel. If you haven't checked out Red Letter Media, like go check them out. They're on YouTube as well. Tons of great content. And just I don't know, it's fun. They have some really great like comedic bits in there, and just I don't know, it's fun. Um, Japanese ghost story films from the 1960s. How fun it was to discover them. Yeah, I feel like that would be one of my like dream jobs, would be someone to like discover like lost films, um or films that were just like not like, or like restoration work, I guess, like doing restoration work for like Vinegar Syndrome or something. I feel like would be a lot of fun, just to be like, this film was completely destroyed and we were able to bring it back to life for a new generation of audience. um yeah, you do have to start wondering of like how many movies out there were shown to audience and then just like never seen again, because not everything that was ever shown in theaters ever made it onto a disc of like, or even streaming or anything. um let's see, I love the old Japanese movies. Yeah, there's the I mean, I have the thing is like I haven't like dove like super super deep into Japanese cinema, but I do have right here I have the Akira Kurosawa box set, and so I feel like um he's probably the most I've gotten into Japanese cinema. Um, but there are a few other ones that I have seen. Um, but yeah, it's a um, I definitely need to. There's certain like genres or certain like culture or what's the right verbiage. Um, there's certain areas of the world of like movies that I still need to dive further into. Um, I do think that's partially why my personal goal is to collect all of the Criterion Collection films, which I did actually recently got. I have 5 shelves of these now. So, this is one shelf, this is another, and you can kind of see it goes a little further than what you can see here. But I reached onto 5 full shelves of Criterion, which was a huge accomplishment because someday this whole wall will be Criterion if I keep getting, Criterion. But that's also why I really do enjoy Criterion, because I feel like it's as I said, I wasn't super into Japanese cinema, but by getting or buying up all of Criterion, and trying to watch all of them, I feel like it almost like it forces you to watch things outside of your comfort zone. So I don't know, and even movies that I probably would not have picked up, just because I'm like, well, it doesn't look that interesting. I'm very glad that I did, and I think that's what the power of a curated collection like the Criterion Collection has. And I know some people will only buy Criterion of films that they are interested in, movies that are more like mainstream or movies that they've heard of or seen before. Because I do understand it is a lot of money to purchase Criterion. They are not cheap, and so it is kind of just it's fun being able to watch as many as I possibly can, and just especially just getting as many of them as I can. I feel like it's fun to see the collection, like all the different what they all have to offer. But are you a Studio Ghibli fan? Not sure if I've seen any of their titles in your collection. Saw The Boy and the Heroine, or yeah, this weekend and really enjoyed it. I actually had a friend who saw that as well, and he really enjoyed it. I'm not like a huge anime fan. I've also not dove in deep into anime. Studio Ghibli, I feel like I have a couple Studio Ghibli titles. However, they're not like a priority for me to watch. I never feel like I'm like, oh, I need to watch Studio Ghibli. I appreciate what they are. I really need to watch more. And so sometime in the future, I'd actually like to do like a deep dive into Studio Ghibli stuff. But on top of that, just anime in general, I would say that's probably where my knowledge of movies is like my knowledge of movies is probably the weakest with anime. There are I've seen some of the ones that I've seen though. I've seen like Perfect Blue and Your Name, and I'm trying to think of other ones that I've seen that were those two in particular were like I really enjoyed. Especially Your Name. I feel like that was one that I've seen now at least 2, maybe 3 times. And I really enjoy that film. And so I don't know. I need to watch more anime. It's not like my go-to necessarily. Like it's something that I'm not like I don't really find that interesting, but I'm not like super interested in it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Um, but yeah, I need to get more into that. Um, let's see. Let's see. I have to wait for those Barnes and Noble Criterion sales. Yes, that is definitely the way to do it. If you are looking to buy Criterion. I've never bought a Criterion that at full price. I never I mean, even movies that or titles that I've really wanted to see, or they came out and I was like really after. I never bought a Criterion at full price. I've always waited for either the Barnes and Noble sale or um, the Criterion sale, which I think if you spend like $500, well, you get points every time you buy on the Barnes and Noble website, and then at a certain point you'll get like a $50 gift card. So there is a kind of like a point system similar to Vinegar Syndrome. They also have a points system as well. I think also Arrow Video has the same type of thing. But yeah, I like some of the out of print titles I've definitely bought higher than what their retail value was. I like because they're out of print and the value does go up. But yeah, I definitely Barnes and Noble sales are the best time for Criterion. Um, so much content out there. I totally agree. There is so many movies. Um, and even like to like during my whole like kidney stone stuff, I felt like I was watching so many like so many movies, which I watched like a decent stack here. Um, and I felt like I was watching 3 movies a day because that's quite literally all I could do. And I feel like I didn't even make a dent in what I have not seen that I own. But I'm not big into anime either. But Ghibli is an exception for sure. Yeah, I really need to watch more Studio Ghibli stuff. Like I just got the film. I'm not sure if this is Studio Ghibli or not. I believe it is, but Spirited Away is one that I've not seen that like I feel like it's just one of those like staples in anime that I need to see. And so I recently got that a couple months ago. And so I'll eventually get around to watching that. But let's see. I have the Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio pre-ordered from Criterion. I really want that as well, but I think I'm gonna wait till the sale, probably, because I also haven't seen his version yet. But nice, yeah. Spirited Away is one of their best. Yeah, I really just need to like look into everything that they have to offer, as far as the Studio Ghibli's things. Yes, I want that title also. I actually found tomorrow's movie, Spy Number 7. Sorry, 1 second. 798. Do I have it? I don't have that. Sorry. Uh, movie 798 at a thrift shop this weekend for $10. That is an awesome find. I pretty much anytime I am out at like the Retro Attic or out at the Exchange, is another store that's in the Ohio, Pennsylvania area. They sometimes not very often, but sometimes they have Criterion cheaper than the Barnes and Noble like price. And usually if I see a title that is cheaper than the Barnes and Noble price, like for instance for like $10 or $15 for a Blu-ray, because usually during the Barnes and Noble sale, a Blu-ray is $20. I will try to grab it because that is I figure as if I can do that as often as I can, this collection like I won't be spending an insane amount of money to get this collection done. But nice, yes. Okay, I already read that. 50% off Criterion is still normally Blu-ray pricing. LOL. Yeah, that's like the thing is, it's like even the Criterion or Barnes and Noble 50% off sale, like 50% or yeah, it's a 50% off sale. Um, for those that are not aware, it's they're usually marked at $40, and so 50% off is $20, which is still like a lot of money for a single movie. Like $20 is still pretty much if you go to Best Buy, pretty much everything's at least about $20. So it's not like you hear 50% off and you think it's like, oh, that's super cheap, but yeah, it's still like they're not cheap. And so then then you start factoring into like DVDs or not DVDs. You're factoring into like out of print. Let's see. Have you looked at everything in your Fellini box set? I have not actually, but I am working my way through it. So basically, how I like start watching Criterion. I'm kind of just like working from Spy Number 1 and just kind of like been working my way down. However, there are a few movies here and there. Actually, I should say there's more than just a few. There's several movies that I just like would randomly watch. But in the order of things I'm watching, currently I am on Spy Number 195. So I've seen everything from Spy Number 1 to 195, except one box set. I forget what the box set is, but I don't own the box set, so it's out of print. So I still need to get that, but I've seen everything else. And then, you know, I've seen like, I don't know, I've seen like a decent amount of things beyond that. Um, and so the Fellini set, like, for instance, when I came up to watching this, I will like I pulled out the Fellini set and watched it on Blu-ray rather than the DVD. The DVD, this is Spy Number 198, and it's currently out of print. But I wanted to get the DVD because it is a Spy Number, even though that the Blu-ray is within the Fellini box set. So I've seen a decent amount of the Fellini films, but I'm still working my way through them as I kind of watch. Um, wow, that's quite a feat. Yes, it was a very fun day when I hit Spy Numbers 1 through 100. Um, Especially there are a few in the very earlier titles like The Killer is one that was a very hard one for me to find. This is Spy Number 8. Um, and actually I got very, very lucky with this title. There was on eBay, because I would always like be looking at these, and some of these, some people were asking $400 for this or $300 for this title, and there was no way I was ever going to pay that. But so somebody on eBay had this, and it was just the Criterion disc, and it was no artwork or insert or anything. It was just the disc. And then somebody else on eBay, a whole different seller, they had the artwork, the insert, and the non-Criterion disc, but they were marketing it as Criterion. And so I messaged them saying, hey, you know, I'm just letting you know that that particular disc is not Criterion. Like, I would hate for you to sell that to somebody and then like they, you know, are upset because it's not a Criterion disc. And so I sent a photo of what the disc actually looks like, and so they were very understanding. And so I ended up asking if I could buy just the artwork off of them with no disc. And so I bought that, and I bought just the Criterion disc. But I got both of them. I think this was in total, it was like $30, I think, with shipping and everything from two different sellers. It was pretty much taking a disc from one side of the country and artwork from a different side of the country and bringing them together. So this particular disc is a little scratched. It's not perfect. It does play. I've played it through once, but I do have a I think it's Dragon Dynasty DVD copy on another shelf, just because I'm afraid if I ever want to watch this film, I don't want to risk scratching this disc, but which might be a little ridiculous. But I'd love to get the Three Colors trilogy from Criterion. I might pull the trigger on that soon. Yes, I have the Blu-ray set of it, which is another one that I desperately need to dive into. I've seen, I think I've seen blue, but I've not seen white and red, and I really need to dive into this. But then there's part of me that wants to, before I get more into it, I want to wait and get the 4K of this, because that was a recent upgrade that they did. But I also just, I should probably, you know, actually just watch these. But that is one issue with Criterion, is that they started doing like upgrades to 4K, and which I am all for. However, it's like when it's movies that I already purchase on Blu-ray, it is hard for me to justify buying it on 4K. Like the film Akira Kurosawa's Dreams. It's a title that I bought on Blu-ray, and then they announced it on 4K. And so it's hard for me to decide to, you know, spend more money on the same title, especially if I've not seen it, to get it on 4K. And so I figured when it comes to titles being upgraded to 4K, I'm not going to really worry about those right now. I'm just going to kind of keep with my pattern of just buying the things that I don't have at all. And then once I get, you know, Spy Numbers 1 through 1,000 or whatever, I'll go back through, get the Blu-ray upgrades or the 4K upgrades, or whatever, and then, like, you know, by then there'll probably be a lot more, and so then I'll continue on past the 1,000 mark. But I'm not, or I'm more willing to sell or shell out for Arrow box sets and 4Ks these days than Criterion, but I still love them. And man, they have some great titles already coming next year. Yes, Arrow Video has some fantastic things to offer. I actually slowly, this last Black Friday sale, I guess, from them, I actually got a few Arrow Video titles, and I'm really excited to check them out. Um, and it is, that's another, like, I would say Arrow or Kino are probably other weak spots within my collection. I've focused on Criterion for so many years now that um, like I'm just now kind of getting into Vinegar Syndrome or getting into Severin, which I'm saying just now, but I'm meaning like, you know, a couple months ago I'm getting into it. And so I haven't really like focused on those things. Some people have like, you know, huge Vinegar Syndrome collections or whatever, which is totally okay. Like if that's what you're into. But for me personally, I'm just like, I think I just love what Criterion has to offer most. And I think I don't really pay too close attention to like titles coming out like in the future, because I'm so focused on getting like everything that I'm missing from like older catalog stuff. But there are definitely some instances where it's like a new movie is released that I'm like, I need to get that. Like Inland Empire was an example of one that I'm like, I just need to get, you know, that film on Blu-ray. But yeah, I would love to dive further into Arrow Video as well. Um, a decent price for every film is enough for me. Don't need 4K. Yeah, there's certain things out there that I don't know, because the thing is like there are collectors out there that are, you know, more focused on getting like the newest edition of the film. So like for instance like Titanic, it's a newer film that just came out on 4K. Um I would say most collectors probably have Titanic on some kind of disc already. And like for me, I didn't feel like, I'm sure it looks beautiful as a film. And no shade to anybody, like shame to anyone who does this, but for me personally, I'm just like, I don't need it on 4K right now. Maybe down the line I'll get it, but like I don't feel the need to upgrade my Blu-ray copy that I've probably watched, I don't know, once or twice on Blu-ray, maybe, because I you know, I originally watched it on VHS, and then I had the DVD and the Blu-ray. Um, but I'm like, I don't feel the need to go out of my way to get the 4K right now. If it's my rule is kind of like, if it's a movie I don't own, like for instance in the Criterion Collection, if it's a film that I don't own that you know is like the next, you know, it's within my next few that I need to buy, and there's a Blu-ray or there is a 4K, I'll probably get the 4K. But I don't know, not for everything. Like I don't know. There's like the film Oppenheimer, I would love to get on 4K. I don't need the Steelbook or the other exclusive that they had, but getting a 4K of the disc, that's perfectly fine with me. But I still need to get that. But where did I leave off? Yes, Arrow has become great. The only complaint I have with Arrow Video is their communication. In my last order from Arrow during their Black Friday, one of the box sets that I had came slightly damaged, and so I have contacted them now, which I don't want to talk poorly about a company that is producing physical media, because I feel like it is important for these companies to continue to produce the thing like physical media, because they're doing good work. But it's just I've had a very hard time getting in contact with somebody about a replacement item, which I'm gonna probably reach out again tomorrow, but I don't know. They seem to have a lot going on over there, which I could imagine having a lot of orders to process and stuff. But yeah. See, yeah, there's only like a handful of titles from Vinegar Syndrome each year that I feel or like I need. Their partner labels put out cool stuff though. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like a need to get every single Vinegar Syndrome title out there. And like I don't feel the need to get everything with a slipcover, or I feel like Criterion is like my one thing that I'm like I want to get everything that they've put out. All the other like different labels, a few of them like Severin, I would like to get probably most things that they put out. I feel like they are just kind of like a lot of fun films, um, and um, I don't know, Arrow Video. I don't feel the need that I need every single Arrow Video title. Um, but their partner, I've yet to really dive into the partner labels stuff. I have a couple of their partner labels things, but like nothing that's is like I really just need to dive further into it. But um, let's see, art house films were slash are the best reason to collect Criterion. I agree. Um, I think it's like for them to like put out things that most people would not have ever even heard of. I feel like that's kind of what this like company started off as, not with the Laserdisc era, but like even like with Janus Films, like even like what they had, like the art house theater and stuff. It's just movies that you've never even heard of, and I feel like from around the world, and I feel like that's kind of like what's gold in the Criterion collection. um but I don't know, I really, I mean, I don't know. I feel like with Criterion, it does like take a. It kind of feels like a label of like you need to earn it to be within the Criterion collection. They're not just going to put out anything. Um, like they're not going to put out the film. I don't know. They're not going to put out Fast and Furious 7 on Criterion. Um, and the reasoning is just because it's like it doesn't have the same feeling, and it doesn't follow like kind of their branding. And so I don't know, I just love everything that they put out, because I feel like I can buy with confidence with like Criterion that I feel like I can buy and like know that I'm getting quality. um yes, let's see, understaffed, probably. I'm assuming you're talking about Arrow Video, but or yeah. I'm guessing too. I feel like it's probably an understaffed issue, but um, let's see. You could be right, Marco. Oh, okay, yeah, you guys are talking. That's mainly due to the Hut, a crappy company that bought them out and handles all the storefront stuff. I'm assuming due to the Hut. I'm not sure, Evan W, what you mean by that. I'm assuming you're talking about either Arrow. I don't know. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so I've been talking. So yeah, that's the name of the company that bought out Arrow. Okay, gotcha. Um, yeah, I was just like a little disappointed in their like customer service side of things. And I'm trying to give them grace. I understand they are probably processing an insane amount of orders. Because I think the sale is still going on. But I mean, it's been, I think, like maybe over a week of back and forth between, because I've gotten in contact with them, but like they aren't really answering my questions. They keep saying that they need to contact this other department or need to put me in touch with this department, and I feel like it's a very simple request, at least I feel like. And I'm trying to, not be that guy and be annoying towards them, but I just feel like with like other companies, like I've had to deal with like Vinegar Syndrome, for instance. Like I've dealt with their customer service once, where I think it was a Blu-ray came, and I think like the case was all messed up, and so I reached out, and they fixed the issue. It was very simple. They were very like professional, and I really appreciated that. I think it was very they were very fast about it, and um, I don't know. I love like I love that these companies exist, and I want them to continue. And I would much rather, the thing is, like, I would much rather hold on to a beat up box set and have the films that are, you know, they're, as far as I know, the films themselves, 'cause I haven't opened it up yet, but the films themselves are fine. Just the box is kind of like torn a little bit from shipping. But I would rather hold on to that than not have the movies at all. So I'm trying to be patient with the whole situation, but um, yeah. So I've been talking for 85 minutes pretty much straight. Um, I think I'm going to probably end this here. But thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this. I really do. I loved chatting with all of you guys. It was a lot of fun. And keep an eye out for on this upcoming Tuesday. There'll be another video. And then yeah, but let me know if you're rewatching this in the like on the playback thing. Let me know in the comments any of your, I guess, comments on this whole live stream. Um, and I will do another live stream probably Sunday. If you are curious, I do have an Instagram, and I have a like a what's like yeah, I have an Instagram, and over on that I do post about live streams on my stories. So if you are curious, go follow me on Instagram at Kyle's Movie Collection, and you'll see some things that I get, some posts and things, and I will I don't know, I'll be doing a I guess I should be doing some more polls and some like more interactive things. So I guess keep an eye out for that. Feel free always to shoot me over a message on over there, or an email or whatever. Always glad to chat. If you have any suggestions for videos, always open to hearing those. If you want to see part of my collection more up close, or you want to hear me talk about something in particular, just shoot me a message. I'll be glad to chat with you about that. Let's see. Um, let's see. To go back to something you mentioned, I don't collect everything from a label, but I enjoy watching Daisuke, who collects all the Criterion. Yes, Daisuke Beppu has been a huge influence for me, personally, as both a collector and a creator. I would love to have him on this channel at some point. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if that's a feasible, because I know he's done kind of like live stream type of things too. But I've messaged him a couple times, and we've chatted back and forth about films and stuff. But he is a huge inspiration of trying to own the complete Criterion collection, and so like genuinely one of the nicest people I have ever interacted with in my entire life. He's just, I don't know, he's just one of those guys that you can just tell he's just a genuinely nice person. So I would I can't recommend his channel enough to people. If you are curious about Criterion, he is the Criterion master. He has every Criterion, every different edition, all the laser discs. Honestly surprised by now that Criterion has not brought him into their office to do like an interview or something with him, because I feel like that is a missed opportunity on their end to have somebody with his amount of knowledge. But yeah. Have a good night, dude. Thanks for the stream. Hope you have a good night, buddy. Or I hope you have a good night, buddy. Yes, thank you. I hope everybody else has a good night, and I guess I'll see you guys all in a video on Tuesday. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I don't know. I never know how to end live streams. It's like ending a Zoom call. It's just, I don't know. But bye, guys, and thank you for watching.